Um, this would be a break from the new idea of making some video notes on some of the books read, but I guess we'll return to that to try and push on with the with saying goodbye to the Queen of Beauty story. But first of all, I have to mention a dream I had yesterday, and not during the night, when lately I can sleep 3 or 4 hours, it seems, but then I have a siesta of 1 hour or so in the afternoon. So during this short, well, short sleep, relatively short sleep, I dreamt of Joe Biden. I was silly, and for the bizarre reason that manifests itself in our dreams when crazy things happen. I had to meet him near the Iore Park, some park in this city here, and we had to take the trolley bus. One comes, and as Joe Biden was somehow around the corner, I don't have the details. It's interesting. I remembered some of this dream. The ending, they say that's what you remember, what happens toward the end of it. Because generally I don't have a recollection of the dreams. Not the details anyway, but somehow he was around the corner, and Joe, the trolley bus is here, come on. But then I sort of stopped in trying to push him more, because I thought, oh, stop, this is an old guy, so don't make him run for his life, because he will fall and die or something. And then I think we missed this one. Another one comes, but it's all overcrowded. It's really packed. And I was thinking, what do we do? And then one says, I'm not going on the regular itinerary. I'm going in a different direction, something like that. This is something which tended to happen, so that's maybe what came into the dream from normality, from real life. When I used to go with the public transport, especially referring to the communist regime, there were few, and then infuriatingly, out of these few, half, or I don't know, a large proportion would just have a placard saying it's not good, it's not working, or without passengers, because I'm going to the bus terminal or something. So there's a little argument with this driver, and I say, dar dumneata unde mergi? And that's here, that's in between. We have view for, it's like in French, vous, et toi. And in Italian, actually. There's a polite form of address, and there's a personal, there's an intimate, or if you don't know the person, impolite. So I wasn't really impolite in the dream, if it's a dream and you can do silly things and be impolite, or worse. But I was in between. This is something in between the very deferential vous, lei, in Italian. But the driver was upset, the bus driver, or trolley bus driver. So that's the end of it. Now, a few words about the Belgians. That's where we were left. Not that it matters, not that anybody is watching or to this point. Furthermore, willing to follow plot line and upset that we left not the Belgians, but let's say the English in Poana Brașov and Miss Romania. And now he's concerned, but what happens in between, or what about this digression? No, there's no problem with that. That's the benefit of having very few people watching, if any. So you don't have to worry that there will be furious comments. And well, there've been a few, very few, from the few people that watch in the past. Like the last was a few days ago. In fact, I don't even know what the period of the production was. Maybe it was a few years ago. With the birds in the back, which I think are the key. Without them, I don't see a point, but some people might want to watch the boys and enjoy them. But this guy said, lose the sinking birds or something like that. With maybe the idea, the notion that there is something in what I say, but then the birds spoil it or distract the attention, and then I have to stop to talk to them. I don't know. It doesn't matter. So, Johnny, as we call him now, my Ionuț, my brother-in-law, was a student in medicine, colleague of my sister. They got married, or if I'm putting the tense in the story, right, they would get married. The period I'm talking about is 1990, and at that time they weren't married. They were just friends and colleagues in medicine, studying medicine, colleagues in the faculty of medicine. So Johnny has this group of Belgians, Operation Village Roumain. They organized in Belgium and elsewhere actually to help Romania, and in particular villages, places in countryside which were even further behind. They learned that in the communist regime, much like North Korea today, people faced shortages of all kinds. There were problems with food under the communist regime. People were poor. Not that they're very rich now, but well, things have changed. We'll see with the pandemic if we're not going back in time. Now that they announce a new strain of the virus in the UK, we'll see. Let's not think about that. And this particular group had an important VIP, an important person leading the delegation, so to say. That was Guy Lutgen, Minister of Agriculture and Forests and something else. Maybe the environment was packed in there at that time. Now it's too important to be part of another cabinet portfolio, so it's separate, I think. For the Wallon region, La Wallonie, the southern French-speaking region of Belgium. And so they came to bring gifts, charity work, funds, I guess, to Agapia, a place famous for its monastery in Moldavia. And with that, they also came down to Bucharest to visit around center, have a tour of the city, and I was invited to come along to get together with these people. People who would invite us to spend 3 weeks in Belgium, in Bastogne to be more precise. That's the town they came from, the place of a major tank army battle during the Second World War between the Allies, Americans and the Allies, and on one side and the Germans on the other side. We even went or would go, because we're still before that moment, but in the past, to visit the museum once we would be in Boston. And they also met the Queen of Beauty at one point. But let's see if tomorrow, on another day, we carry on with this story.